Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World Iceborne livestream. Today we're going to be exploring the new Bloomfest. I don't really know what we'll be doing. I heard there was like webfish scales to go after. I heard there's the new fishy dual blades. Can't say I'm extremely excited for either of those things. I suppose what we could do is gather maybe like 100 or 200 wetfish scales, and then we could use these instead of our whetstone. So I've always thought about doing that, and if this is the new most efficient way to gather wetfish scales, then maybe now's a good time to do that. Otherwise, I'm just sort of waiting for Kulve Taroth to come out. You know, a lot of the fun festivities you get with the festivals, it's not really for me. I'm not as much of a sort of vanity sort of person who cares about the aesthetics, the appearance. Mostly for me, I like the mechanics of a game, particularly fighting a big old monster. But yeah, we're waiting on Kulve Taroth. Maybe she'll come out next week. Ahmad says you can upgrade the Assassin's Hood. I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. However, if it's not better than the Glider Mantle, I'm not sure what the point would be. Maybe the point is that you can trade between Glider Mantle and Assassin Hood. Otherwise, I don't really know what I would want to do with it. Okay. Got some great music playing in the background today, by the way. This is the new Ghost album by Nine Inch Nails. Okay. So we are already in the Gathering Hub. Let's see what we got. Master Rank, events. So everything returns. We're looking for new stuff. Oh, that's really loud. Let me turn this down.
Hypothetically speaking, if you wear face masks, would you let me wear you on my face?
What? That's cheese. Hypothetically speaking, if you were a face mask, would you let me wear you? Thanks, cheese. Hypothetically speaking. You're making me think of that Ben Shapiro meme that's been going around. Close this. Oh man, tripping over my words today. Komodova says, what do you think the chances are that we'll get I don't even know how to say that. Yarhemoth again? Kyarhemoth? I don't know. Do you mean like in Master Rank? That's a great question. I think that Master Rank Behemoth and Master Rank Ancient Leshen might not be coming, and the reason for that is because they've already given us upgrades for both of their weapons. So, yeah, I have a strong feeling that we won't be getting it. So here's a fish to whet your appetite, and I don't think we've done this one either. Let's start out with this one. Wow, a Gameconomist stream that I can catch before midnight. Now I can listen to the golden voice while taking my online exam. Uh-oh, online exam. Gotta get Chegg open. Oh, man. What's even the point of that? If somebody's going to test you and they're going to test you at home, might as well not even have the test. It's basically a test to see which kid is good at cheating. You know what I mean? And if you're not good at cheating, you're not going to get a good you're not going to get as good of a grade. Who's better at cheating? I don't know. Maybe the technology is better, so it's harder to cheat. Turtle Span says, can I play with you even though I'm on PlayStation 4? Please? I love your voice. Sounds so beautiful. Thank you, man. Neil says, does anyone know when Kulve Taroth Master Rank Quest is coming out? It's a mystery. Nobody seems to know. I have no online school today. Nice. Who wants online school? All platforms should be synced up now? Question mark? Hey, I tell you what we can work on, actually. Maybe we'll get the week... actually, they wouldn't be weekly limited. Since we're in a festival, it would be daily, right? Yeah, expires in 4 hours. We can get the daily quest done, probably. Man, do you guys hear this music? This music is so good. This is the kind of music I would listen to all day. It's really, really good. Omad said, the Assassin's Hood upgrade gives you one large deco and a medium deco. A medium? I thought it was a giant. How's it going, Holden Reed? God Boy says, you can join GC when he does a PlayStation stream. All the exams are open book and notes. At this point, it's better than Google, so I guess it's not a futile attempt. That's right. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. My ex-wife is pretty good at cheating. Guessy who says, hey mister, free fish please. At least fish blades are pretty powerful. Oh good. I don't have online classes at all, so I'm free. You can farm wetfish plus easy. GC use Brachy's Dick Cannon. What? TGC, imagine seeing all 16 players in session sitting at the middle table. Oh, that would be cool. So TGE, can PlayStation 4 players play like me, play with you? When I go live on the PlayStation, yeah. Anyone can join. Although I do have a channel where I give out the session ID early to people who are patrons of mine. Because it's basically the only thing I have to give. I don't really have a lot else. How's it going, Nils Bowden? Guess he says, wish they weren't so trademarked so we can listen to it at Cardstream. Well, you're speaking about copyright, and Nine Inch Nails, he is actually my favorite artist of all time. So if we're talking about modern artists, he's my favorite. And the last time he made the Ghosts album, which would have been about 12 years ago, he put them into the Creative Commons, which means you could use his music without having any kind of copyright strike. I didn't find that out till much later too. And at that point, a lot of like rap artists and hip hop artists had already kind of stolen the music, and then they copyright it in their song, so when YouTube hears it, they think that actually I'm stealing from the rap artist, which is just outrageous. Their music's terrible. I would never play their music. Anyways, Nine Inch Nails just released these later Ghost albums like 12 years later, and they're sounding terrific, and so far my tests are saying that they're in the Creative Commons as well, and so there's no copyright strikes for playing this music in your YouTube videos, so you guys might be hearing some of this. So we're gathering Grandfather Mantigrel. I have no clue what that is. Grandfather Mantigrel. Alright. No. I don't want to fight. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. Have you ever taken finasteride or DBOL? I have no clue what those are. I have never taken anything. Grandfather Mantigrel. A creature that rides... Oh, I missed it. A creature that rides air currents to float in midair. Weak to impacts. One good blow will bring it down. Oh my god, is that the flying bugs? It's the flying bugs, isn't it? Those huge flying bugs. Deliver Grandfather Mantigrel. Oh, I'm missing it. I don't understand where you guys are getting them from, even. It's the giant insects flying. They are the big flying bugs. Shoot rocks and equip nets fast to capture them before they disappear. I think my nets are hidden. I think my teammates are going to finish this one before I participate. Yep. Alright, well, we'll see what the rewards are. Go back up. You were in the right area. Shoot stones and capture it with the net. That was a very fast quest. Twitch says, no! Stupid economist. You think they will add in the future more mechanics per weapon like Monster Hunter GU? Probably? What were we just rewarded? I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't see anything really crazy. Actually, here. Can I expand this? Let me expand this real fast. Alright, so I will just watch the replay to see what the reward was. Downy Crate. Oh, this is going to be for the helmet. I gotcha. Silver egg. An ancient face stone, huh? Okay. So, Brashogun says these are hormone inhibitors used by professionals and in combination with anabolic steroids in strict training program to gain muscle mass. That's really cool. You know, they probably have all that stuff down to a complete science. It's really cool. Probably not healthy either. Twitch says, I missed the Downy Crakes. No. Kulve is probably coming in 2 to 3 weeks, says God Terrorboy. Oh God, don't say that. The reason he says that probably is because she's still not showing up on the event quest schedules, right? What's your opinion on normal ammo? Does it compare to the other ammo types? It could. Yeah, so normal ammo could become the most powerful ammo type in the game if they simply gave us a powerful enough build for it. You know, when it comes to damage output in the game, you really can calculate damage per second for each weapon, each ammo type, and this is by just taking their absolute most damaging move, spamming it over and over again, and then, you know, doing a simple equation of the number of attacks divided by the amount of time and the amount of damage done as well, right? So it's a really simple equation. It's not complicated at all. Normal ammo's not keeping up with spread ammo and pierce ammo. Pierce ammo's not keeping up with spread ammo either. There's rare cases where pierce might be taking over spread, but even in the cases where the monster has a large body and good hit zones, you still take spread because spread's superior. Because spread, the entire damage can be landed on the best hit zone on the monster. So spread continues to just be outrageously powerful, and normal ammo continues to be underplayed because it just doesn't keep up with spread. And so the question would be like, well, maybe normal ammo is easier than spread ammo. Yeah, I suppose it is, sort of, but it's like doing a lot of damage does make the game easier as well. You get more flinches, the fight ends sooner, so normal's not in a good place in my opinion. You shouldn't really be using it. You should be using, if you really want an easy fight, you don't use normal ammo, you use sticky ammo. Simple. And then there are cases where you use pierce, kind of like Raging Brachydios. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Raging Brachydios is a perfect example of when you might use pierce. And then finally, if you wanted to do your most damage, you're still going to use spread. Alright, so we got the Downy Crake ticket. I think we need to do that again. Let's get it queued up. I'm going to guess we need one more of those tickets. Daniel says, GC must be hot as hell in real life. Not going to lie, no homo. Uh-oh. I should do a face reveal. When do you guys want to do face reveal? We could wait till 200,000 subs. We're at 123,000. So, I mean, I suppose it gives people a reason to subscribe. I don't know. I should sell my bathwater and do the face reveal in like a bathwater video. I'll be like in a bathing suit in the water. I bet Team Darkside is going to make some crazy video on fish dual blades. 123 says Sticky is by far the most broken. Spread is highest pure DPS. Oh, Jalen says no, you only need one. Ah, okay, hold on. Let me back out of this. Well, that is pretty sad actually, isn't it? God Terror Boy says face reveal right here, right now. Face reveal, huh? I'd buy your bathwater. Twitch says, oh, I got kicked. I should have like a face reveal fund so I can treat myself. Let's go ahead and forge this helmet so I can pay my bills. Looking for that. You'd think it would be down here, right? I guess not. Wait, is it an actual helmet or is it a layered armor? There's Woke. Oh my god, it's a layered armor. Jesus. Alright, so layered armor, huh? Maybe it's better that way, you know? Because I don't use like the penguin helmet, I don't use the ears. So yeah, maybe it should just go straight to being a layered armor. I don't see any problem with that. That's pretty cute. Okay, we got the bird helmet. I mean, it's cute. I don't know if it's as good as Wiggler helmet, but it is pretty cute. I'm now dual blades main. The only blades I have out of my 1,000 weapons are the fish sticks. Let's go get the fish sticks. Do you like fish sticks? Yes. Do you like to put fish sticks in your mouth? Yes. You're a gay fish. I assume we don't have to fight anything. Is this quest simply us fishing? I feel like it is. How do we use the Raging Bracky heavy bowgun? Well, I was looking at it and it seemed like the best thing it did. Oh right, the Doom thing is still on. There it goes. My wife was playing Doom the other night, by the way. So the normal ammo. Normal ammo 3 has 3 shots and low recoil, so that's pretty good. Pierce ammo's no good, spread's no good. Sticky's just okay. Like, you can go after Sticky if you want, but honestly, the new Furious Raging heavy bowgun's going to be better for Sticky. I don't know, actually, I didn't explore Sticky. I hesitated to say that because I need to test it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely what I was just saying was true. Furious Raging heavy bowgun's a much better option. Okay, no question. Kyle says, wait, there's no Kulve? Is there Safi? That's actually a great question. Do we have either Siege right now? We should have. Oh, I can't test. We'll test when we come back. Gamma Gamer says, it's just fishing in Camp 6. Oh my god. Chloe says, how do you like the Gathering Hub? I've never been a big fan of flowers. And so I suppose I don't like it. I like flowers outside when they're planted in the ground. They're really pretty then, and then they bloom, and then they die, and then there's fruit or something like that, right? But when you pick flowers and you put them into your home, you've kind of like killed the plant. You haven't necessarily killed it, but you've like destroyed it. And people think that flowers are like this great special thing that you do for someone special who you love. So it's kind of a symbolic gesture. But it's like you put it in your home in a vase and then it rots. And it's kind of like, so it's the symbolic gesture that the relationship starts out good and then quickly, it wilts. So what's I get it. People love to receive gifts and stuff like that, but I can't get away from that. The nasty way that the flower looks when it starts to rot in the vase. And then you gotta toss it out. There's like a milky white film in the bottom of the vase where there's the nasty chemicals you put in there to try and keep the flower alive longer. So I've never been a big fan of flowers. He said Camp 6, right? Derek, would you ever consider a strength training program? I can recommend a good one if you're ever interested in being the Swolconomist. The Swolconomist? I suppose. I've never been too interested in being really buff, to be honest. I think I play games mostly. Maybe that's bad, though. Whoa, there's so many of them. Fature, thank you so much. Sprinkle some flowers on you. Hey! Flowers and I have reached an understanding. They stay out, I stay in. I don't pick them and put them in a jar, and they don't break the Geneva Convention on my sinuses. So let's see what we have. Wetfish ticket. Wetfish fin. Wetfish fin. Wetfish ticket. Wetfish fin plus. That's the big one. That's the one you want. Alright. So lots of Wetfish fin as well, actually, which Wetfish fin can sort of replace Wetfish fin plus. I mean, they do the same job. It's just that the Wetfish fin plus actually keeps your... it doesn't break as quickly. Crossing Way says, oh my god, flowers are fabulous. HA says, fake flowers last forever. That's a good point. Fake flowers, man. Gonna need one more for maxing it. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Thank you, Phaedra. You can already upgrade to rarity 11. Need only one ticket. What? You got the 2 you needed in one run. Lucky. Oh, okay, so we only need... Wow, man. It's very easy to unlock things in Monster Hunter, isn't it? Undertale gave me flower PTSD. Max says another 12 hours? Probably not. There's just nothing to do. We could go after all of the Furious Rajang weapons, I suppose. If I do that, I would want to definitely set up the live stream to be with a better thumbnail and a better title. Run over here. For everyone asking, most likely we're getting Arch-Tempered Namiel and Master Rank Kulve in around 2 weeks because that's when Safajiva ends. Oh. Oh. The man with the plan, huh? I need... Oh, it's got protective polish. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's clever. Protective polish, and then you bring wetfish scales with you. Alright, well, let's go get this wetfish. Or, I'm not wetfish. Let's go get this Gyrototus. Do you think you'll ever revise the restrictions on the high rank challenge rolls for the nerfs on the temporal mantle and weakness exploit? Yeah, so basically it's kind of already like that. You're allowed to use, for example, master rank decorations, and you're allowed to have your palico. Technically, you could get feline safeguard, for example, right? It's hard to say. It's hard to find the right balance. The thing is, those nerfs are pretty big. The temporal mantle not being as good as it was before, that's a pretty big nerf. On the other hand, it's not like high rank Behemoth was ever that difficult, but I could see some better arguments for maybe like master rank, not master rank, extreme Behemoth, because he actually is pretty difficult. So we can definitely have a discussion about it. What I don't want to do, I don't want to retroactively kind of diminish the value of the old extreme role. You see what I'm saying? So people who have accomplished that role, they really deserve to be seen as very skilled players. And if we make it too easy to obtain the extreme role, then everyone will question who actually got the extreme role in a difficult manner. We need to fight Gyrototus. I wonder if we could do that from an event quest. Oh, that's Beatotus. What am I thinking? I don't think we're going to fight him. Let's go over here to the optionals. Oh, nope. Wrong guy. Here it is. Jaiura in my way. So let's see what you're saying. TGC... Oop. Comet's moving too fast. The armor's what I'm looking forward to the most. When is Elytrion coming out again? They said the end of May, I believe. I wonder if Fatalis will come to Monster Hunter World. I suppose it's still possible. Do you guys agree that Dodogama is the best boy? Never been a big fan of Dodogama. I never understood that whole, people really did... There was a... He became kind of like a popular, cute monster, you know what I mean? But I never liked him. At this point, we can just fight Tempered Namiel to get used to her moves. She's probably going to be very easy if I had to guess. Vidius says there's not much going on in this event. Yeah, that's why I suspected. That's why when it came out yesterday, I wasn't like on top of it right away, because as soon as I knew that Kulve Taroth wasn't going to be there, I was like, yeah, okay. I'll get to it when I get to it. I kind of took a break yesterday. I was doing a lot of work, a lot of other types of work. We're actually fighting something now. Let's... Okay, we did eat. Alright, here we go. And we're off. Oh, so comfortable. What a comfortable chair. Dodo has saved my bacon so many times in the recess. Do you have blue roses in Animal Crossing? That's a good question. My wife would know that. I don't really play. Although I've thought about playing for fun. The Dark says, I've always wondered why you named yourself D in Monster Hunter World. When it comes to character appearance and name, I usually don't get too attached to my character, so I simply name it as fast as possible. Aw, I just want to do a... Why want to grab the... Oh, there it goes. That's sad. I feel it was doing that because... Oh, and we missed him. It was doing that because we were too close to him, so it assumed we wanted to Clutch Claw, but I didn't actually. Wow, that was all whiffs. Oh right, he can't roar me. Oh man, I don't even feel like I'm needed. Do you think after later on Monster Hunter World will slow down with content? Because I have a feeling they're going to be working on the next one. To tell you the truth, it feels like they already started to slow down with the content. You know, we waited actually a very long time for Raging Brachydios and Furious Raging to come out. That took a long time for it to come out. And then I felt like they were decent pieces of content, but I finished them so quickly. And now here's the festival, and it almost feels like... I don't know how much work they put into the festivals, but I would give up all the festivals in the game just to have one more monster. One more monster that's worth spending time on and actually fighting. One more extreme behemoth. We just don't have that. And so, yeah. The content drought, in hindsight, feels like it started when we realized we would have to wait forever to get Iceborne. That's when the content drought felt like it began. Oh, I still got knocked over. This music's so good. Oh, and he's jumping away. Isn't that perfect? Oh, he actually hit me. What? There's only one best boy in this Bazilgeuse. Prove me wrong. Okay, you win. Nice job, guys. Fight Tempered Ruiner. Billy says, I'm guessing Electron will be pretty nuts given how much Monster's health has been buffed to compensate for our Clutch Claws. Alright, we got 2 Gyratotus shards. Is that what we were looking for? I can't actually remember. Let's grab this real fast. Jacob says, I'm almost done with the main story. Any tips on gold or Athean farm and armor goals? Yeah, for your armor, if you're using the Charge Blade, you'll want the Damascus armor set, the Teostra armor set, mainly those 2 armor sets. You'll also want to pick up the Raging Brachydios armor set, so those 3 armor sets are what's mostly being used right now. Alright, let's see. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. This song in particular is so clearly like a derivative of Ghosts 1. He made that 12 years ago and I was listening to it back then. What sets are good for the insect glaive? Pretty much the same sets that is good for all weapons. Master's Touch from the Teostra set and Raging Brachydios. So those will be the two sets you use. Is the Raging Brachydios light bowgun good? No, not really. It has the rapid fire normal shot, but it only comes with the single shot. How's it going, Francie? New fan. Any armor tips for a heavy bowgun main? Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic. Woo! Imagine having to sneeze in a public place. You'd probably be looked at like you're killing someone. So for heavy bowguns, it's a little more complicated. The armor choices. You'll see here with the Magna Gametis what's going on. We're running two pieces. Oh, actually, we're running three pieces of the Nargacuga set. That's being used to obtain the True Spare Shot set bonus skill, which is really important for low clip, small clip heavy bowguns. That's the right way to say it. However, when the Sophajiva weapons become available for you, you could take your Sophajiva weapons and add a level of True Spare Shot to it, so that you would only need two pieces of the Nargacuga set. Nargacuga is not a very efficient set. You really only use it for True Spare Shot. So that's sort of a True Spare Shot setup. Alternatively, I suppose you could do an old Zora setup, which would give you Artillery Secret. In fact, I think the new setup, where is it? No, the new setup is not using both. Yeah, so this is currently the best sticky ammo setup, Demon Lord, Beast Buster. You can see once again 3 pieces of Narga, and then we have 2 pieces of the Raging Brachydios set, and this is what's giving us Agitator Secret. Let's show you real fast. Something like this, see? The Awakening Charm is actually really important for a lot of bowgun builds because having all 3 levels of free element ammo up in the charm slots, very efficient. There's no armor piece that can really do that. Oh, but you know what? Alternatively, that's for sticky, right? My point was also that if you were to run into, like, let's say a spread ammo setup, you might have something like this with the Sophajiva set. So a full Sophajiva armor set in this case. But you could also put together a crit boost build. So you'll notice it has crit boost, it has weakness exploit, and this is giving it high affinity, and the affinity pairs with the crit boost for sort of like an exponential increase in your damage. But you could get away with doing this with a different setup, probably with the Brachydios Agitator Secret setup. Maybe you have Peak Performance, maybe you have Tac Boost, but you'll be doing the same thing. Crit Boost, Weakness Exploit, Spread Power Shots. And the reason you might not do it with the Sophajiva set is because Sophajiva set is kind of dangerous. Every time you shoot, you're going to be going into the red. Basically, you damage yourself. And if you keep landing your moves, you get all your health back, which is great. But if you mess up, you just permanently lose that health because it was red health. So it's a high damage, but a higher risk armor set, which is really cool. I'm glad they added it to the game. But for some people, maybe like a Divine Blessing Secret health boost build makes more sense for them because, maybe you're fighting something difficult and you don't want to get one-shotted. Anyways, so yeah, it's a little more complicated for bowguns. I mean, if you're going to build like an elemental ammo bowgun, you would probably take the Sophajiva set in that case as well. Wetfish sabers, here they are. What's my favorite weapon in Monster Hunter? I want to say that I like them all. However, I'm a big fan of the hammer and the greatsword and the heavy bowgun. Those 3 are really standing out to me. We have everything. Perfect. So they're a water damage dual blade, huh? How do these? So guys, how do these compare to like Safajiva? Any news on the new wetfish meta? I like that they wiggle on your back. That's funny. Well, starting at 390 in purple sharpness, which is actually pretty good. The protective polish is surprisingly useful, I'm sure, with the wetfish scales, because you would basically keep your purple sharpness. I don't think I have any Safajiva dual blades that are completely finished. I capped at 640 element. David says they rival Safajiva, funnily enough. Daddy Rabina says 2% less damage than Safi dual blade. Oh, that's a pity. That's a pity. It would be fun if these had been better than the Safajiva dual blades, but you know, it's fine. If it's very close, people will still use them just to be funny. Should we go ahead and put a build together for them? Ooh, man. Let's see. So we would not put together a Master's Touch build because we have Protective Polish built in. True Crit Element is an option. Safajiva, full Safajiva armor is an option as well. Jalen says use my build. Let's see what Jalen's running. Let's see what anyone's running. Let's see. So he's gone with the True Crit Element. No weakness exploit? Let's see if anyone else has it. Just Noel. When are you going to join the Chads and become a Chargeblade main? Roku, I actually know how to play Chargeblade quite a bit. Have you tried True Crit Element Light Bowguns? They're better than Safi Set Elemental Light Bowguns. Max Might Secret made them work. Oh, interesting. Max Might Secret, I didn't even think about that. Oh man, this music is so good. Brachydium Greaves versus Garuga. I think I agreed going Garuga because you build up the 2 levels of Crit Eye. Game Addict says Max Might, more like Max No Damage. Current equipment, jump over here. Let's see. Hmm. I don't want to talk so much because I just want to listen to this music right now. Here's a stam surge. Take that. Hmm. Girl says, try crit element Velcana Agitator Secret Brachy Elemental Acceleration Namiel. Hmm. Oh, thank you guys. Right, I don't need frost, I need water. My bad. There's actually still quite a bit of room left for building maybe an offensive skill. Eden says, how did you get 10 crit jewels? Well, you'd be surprised, Eden. I've probably had like more like 30 or 40 of them by now. Over the last 3,500 hours of playing the game. We're going to have to give something up in order to have health boost. I guess it's this. Except, I'm curious, what do we lose? So 530. $570. It's not too much of a loss. It's not too bad. Does anyone want to recommend the monster that has the very worst water hit, or the best water hit zones for us to attack them? We can go after them first. I guess technically Safajiva would count. No, because you would want to use the Dragon Elemental against him. These can stay on for now. What I'll do is I'll have the last level of water attack in here. And we'll put in a level of Crit Eye too. Water attack, crit eye, agitator, windproof, health boost, crit boost, weakness exploit, stamp surge, protective polish. There it is, Wetfish Plus. And what you would do is you'd come over here to customize radial menu. Alright. So let's see what you guys said. Twitch says Teostra. Teostra 3-star water and big head for easy hitting. Where's our favorite e-girl, Derek? What have you done? Are you talking about my wife? She's working still. Garuga, huh? Can we just appreciate the free content Capcom gave us? No! No, I do think I'm a little disappointed with the content, to tell you the truth. The game launched with the guiding lands rather than 2 maps. The game didn't launch with the monster more difficult than Behemoth, and we're 6 or 7 months in, there's still nothing more difficult than Extreme Behemoth. So I think I'm a little disappointed with that. Sorry to say. Silver Rathalos, he's weak to water. Brute Tigrex is weak to water, apparently. Scarred Garuga is weak to water. How about the new monsters? They're weak to ice, aren't they? Raging is ice. Furious Raging is ice as well. Yeah, okay. So Silver Rathalos. Oh man, this song in particular has this weird, like, it makes your ears ring. It's such a weird effect. I was listening to this earlier and I was like, wow, he must have done that intentionally. It really catches your attention. Yeah, he messes with it too. You can tell he's like playing with it. Wow, what a weird effect in a song. Glavenus, weak to water. Nightshade Palumu. There's actually quite a few monsters weak to water. And here's Teostra, of course. Yeah, you're right with Teostra. What's the most difficult one weak to water, though? Behemoth has a water weakness on his head, doesn't he? I think Silver Rathalos is the most difficult one. Maybe we'll order Sekiro and do a playthrough of Sekiro. You know, apparently Elden Ring is meant to come out in June, but there's been no hype around it, which is maybe a sign it's about to be delayed. You'd think they would have announced a delay at this point already, though. There's a very good chance that this channel focuses on Elden Ring once it comes out. There's a very fair chance of it. So we might do a playthrough of Dark Souls and a playthrough, maybe we'll do another playthrough of Bloodborne. We'll do a playthrough of Sekiro. I was really thinking about that recently. I don't expect it to be entirely too popular because all those games are quite old. We'll do Royal Audience on the Sand. Eden says, do Scarred Garuga. Deadeye Behemoth for Master Rank. Jonathan Champ says, I could play the Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, I never played Final Fantasy. I don't have a lot of interest in it. If somebody wanted me to play it, they could grab the game for me, but otherwise I'm probably never going to play it. I don't want to invest $60 in a game that I don't have like a great history with. I don't have any of the same nostalgia that you guys do for it. I'd love Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls. Those are very entertaining to watch. Oh, excellent. Yeah, we could do a complete playthrough of some of the recent Souls games, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Andrew says, are you on Xbox or CPU? We are on the best box. Woo! Daddy Rabina says, do a Dark Souls 3 playthrough. See doing the, see flexing his fish. You don't have to be satisfied with the free content, but you have to take into account that it's free. No, I really don't actually, Game Addict. So, you think that it's free, but it's actually not. This is free is a word that people throw around too easily. It gets thrown around all the time. The content is not free. When you bought the expansion for $40, the game developers no the producers made it a calculated decision how much free content you would get based on the number of sales. So if enough of the expansion sold, they would give you a certain amount of free content in such a way that they would still produce enough profits that the company appears to be growing. So the content is not free. You paid $40 for the expansion, and then they continue to release DLC content as well. It's just not free. People buy into the concept of free far too easily. It's just far too easy to accept free. Hey man, at least it's free. I get the content. I get the idea that it's content that they release without charging you DLC for it. But the thing is, over time, I've realized they were going to do this either way because they're selling their microtransactions to you, right? Their house decorations, their pendants, which people buy those. It's not free. Maybe you didn't pay for the pendants and stuff like that, but somebody did, and so it's a calculation on the company's part. If it was free, they would go out of business, to tell you the truth, wouldn't they? They're a business. If the content was free, they'd go out of business. This is gonna hurt. Yep. This is gonna hurt. I'm still alive. Oh, wetfish. Oh, wetfish doesn't make it a single strike. I think it's the wetfish fin plus. I thought it was wetfish scale too. I don't know why I'm saying wetfish fin when it's scale when it's clearly wetfish fin. I didn't even get to finish. Could you explain the concept of this event? Not sure what I'm supposed to do. This is a seasonal event, something they do just for fun for the holidays, or for the seasons, if you want to call it the seasons. And this particular one is kind of like, I guess it's for the spring. So there's roses and other flowers are probably going to show up at some point. Can't remember. And they'll typically release a few unique items that you can unlock during this time. Sometimes they're just cosmetic. Sometimes they're better than cosmetic. Sometimes they're for like end game content, end game builds. And generally it's just a little fun thing. Sometimes it comes with like a new monster, or the new event quest is really important. For example, this event quest gives you the fish dual blades, which are really nice. Yeah, I'll go after the woods with you guys. Any reason to use the evade shot? I don't get it. I love that we're attacking with fish. Anyways, during the festivals, all of the previous event quests return. So if there's an event quest you missed, because maybe you were not available at the time, a festival is your chance to go unlock everything that you missed. Really? Nobody's softening his head? Oh. Twitch, you're the one with the heavy weapon. Think of how much damage was lost there because nobody softened. Did I just get knocked down? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to get the second hit and that will soften it. Got it. So important. Remember, weakness exploit drops to 30% without the head softening. That's a 20% loss in affinity for everyone. Not to mention just worse hit zones. Woo! See, much better damage. If I had a flash, I would have flashed him out of the sky. Someone who doesn't like Final Fantasy Remake, you're a Avenger level threat. P.S. I'm not a big fan of it either, says Roku. Well, I just never played Final Fantasy VII, so I have no opinion of it. Evade shot will scatter seeds, allow for quick and easy openings. They will make a monster hunter too when they need to. There's no confirmation. God Terror Boy says, we need a hard monster, so Gore Magala is a no. You know you can flinch it twice, says Eden. What? No, you can't. That's not allowed. Well, you're gonna stand there. Oh, there we go. Oh, what blew up there? Damn it, I tried to dodge, I was still in my recovery frames. I was trying to do the, oh, I'm dead here. Yeah, I'm dead. I was trying to do the Beyblades move. I'm still trying to get better at that with the dual blades. As you guys know, this is like my least played weapon. I mean, it is the least played weapon on my guild card. So it's the one I've used the least. And I'm still trying to get practice in where I land that aerial Beyblade move over and over again. When is Kulve coming? People are speculating in 2 weeks. Is the charge blade stronger than the longsword? Yes. According to the speedrunner tier list, it is. The problem with the speedrunner tier list is that it could just be a case where the speedrunner is better than the other speedrunner. So if you have one guy who does all the longsword runs and one guy who does all the charge blade runs, the guy doing the charge blade runs could just be more skilled. Generally, from my experience, that's not actually the case. They've all pretty much figured out the same optimized build, the same optimized mechanics, and the output of the weapon is just not high as the other weapon. And some monsters are like weaker to certain damage types, but it's spread over 31 fights, so I feel like that's not as big of an issue either. So I really do like the speedrunner tier list. I do think it does a fairly good job representing which weapons are strongest. Oh, here, I need to... right here. There it is. There's the Beyblade. Oh, wait, we didn't turn it into the Beyblade, though. Did I do it wrong? Maybe I'm not allowed to do it when he's mounted like that. You mean I gotta wait 2 weeks for Kulve? I know, it's like the end of the world, man. We're gonna flash him when he jumps. Oh, when he smacks me. Nice job, nice job. Woo! Oh, so comfortable. I have not been getting the best sleep lately. Let's be honest. I haven't had my energy drink yet. Actually, I'm out of energy drinks. And I don't know if I want to go out and get them because the whole coronavirus is out there. So it is just B then Y. Okay. That's good to know. Cool. Wait, did you have another option? Were you able to push it twice? Rajab says, why care about a speedrunner tier list when you're not even speedrunning? Right, because the reason why is the speedrunners, what they tend to do is they tend to optimize the weapon. I mean, that's how they become like world record holders, right? So they optimize the build. Uh, they have a very special type of fight where the monsters stagger lock the whole time. I admit that's not how it would be like for me and you, which is probably what you're complaining about. However, what they do is they optimize the build and then they optimize the damage that the build could possibly do on a stagger locked target, roughly stagger locked. And so the speedrunners, in my opinion, kind of represent the best damage that a weapon can do, and we're all always interested in how to deal more damage in this game. And so when the speedrunner tier list gets compiled, you get a kind of a rough idea which weapons are doing great damage and which ones are not. So you can expect the bow, the dual blades, and the greatsword to be doing really good melee damage. You can expect the heavy bowgun with its spread ammo to be dealing the most damage. A light bowgun is doing well too, probably because of its elemental damage, if I had to guess. And then you can expect weapons like the longsword, despite being the most popular weapon in the game, to really not be doing that good of damage. It's kind of like below average, right? So if there's 14 weapons, the top 7 weapons are above average. The bottom 7 weapons are below average. But you could say like the 3 weapons in the middle, maybe they're average, or 4 weapons. But the longsword's only coming in 9th place. So a longsword, despite being a fairly fun weapon and a great looking weapon, it's not doing the damage you think it would do. And then the sad part is the lance and the hunting horn are in last place for damage by a lot. So their speedrun times are just not that good. And maybe part of the problem is that you need a better lance player to try and get the lance to move up that list, but I suspect it's just the limitations of the lance. For example, having to build stuff like offensive guard, guard up, guard, stuff like that. Or just having fewer opportunities because you have a slow walk speed, stuff like that. Are you ever going to be doing another Extremeth carry for PC again? I watched your stream the other day and realized I never beat it myself. Yeah, we could do something like that, for sure. Spring Blossom Ticket. Alright, so we tried out the fish blades. Here's the build again. I'll show you the actual decorations I'm using to make more sense of it. Water tack, crit eye, agitator, windproof, health boost, crit boost, weakness exploit, slinger capacity, stamp search, protective polish. I thought it felt pretty good. It's cool, man. Better save this, in fact. Save it up here. Okay, what else is there to do? We can do the upgrade for the Assassin Hood. Under events. Hunter Blunderer. 50 Shades of White. Sky and Sea. Here it is. So the assassin. Looks like we're fighting a tempered Nargacuga. Nargacuga's not weak to water, right? No. He's resistant to water, in fact. Alright, let's change builds. This was our Raging Brachydios build. Let's grab this. Official Banana Bestower says, fish dual blades are slightly worse than Safajiva, so very viable. Yeah, I heard about that. That's great to know. Because they look terrific. Although I wonder in the future, will you just be able to apply the fish... will you just be able to apply the fish skin to your weapon? You see what I'm saying? Why so many people quit the Safi Siege? Do you mean quit? He's very boring. Can you explain how to get weapon layered armor and stay healthy? Oh, thank you. That's a great question. I think that the weapon layered armor is a new thing. Dude, nice job, Turk. Turk says he just got the mighty bow decoration on his first run against Lavasiath. Did the layered weapons came out, did they not? Or do they not come out yet? Maybe they're not out yet. Could you scroll up to my previous question? I think I have a nice suggestion. Speaking of which, would you be interested in maybe soloing Extreme Behemoth again? I'm sure people would love that. We could do a vote for it. Example. Well, probably not today. I'm going to probably wrap this stream up for completing the Full Bloom Festival. There we go. Full Bloom Festival. And then after that, you know what I honestly need to do, David? I need to spend some time working on merchandise. I need to have merchandise to sell because my ad revenue is basically gone across my entire channel. So to put into perspective what's happened, guys, is if I was earning once $10 with the ad revenue, well, today I'm earning about $3 with the ad revenue. Does that make sense? So it went from 10 to 3, and it's really not sustainable at that point. So I haven't been selling merchandise this whole time. The dip in the ad revenue made me realize it can't be that way. But also I had some other realizations. I realized the only reason people pay for ads is because they're selling something, right? And they probably get a better deal out of selling me the ad than me selling my own item. The other thing I learned the other day, did you know that YouTube takes 45% of all ad revenue? I was shocked when I learned that. I did not realize it was so bad. So when it comes to super chats, and some of you guys have made some really generous donations through the super chat, YouTube takes 30% of that super chat for themselves. So if you were to donate $10 to me, YouTube actually keeps $3 of that. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They take your donation for some reason. Of all things, this is so like awful because they already take 45% of my ad revenue. So I need to do a few things, guys. I'm more determined than ever now that I need to actually have a sponsorship. But before a sponsorship, I actually need to have merchandise. I really should. I should be selling my own thing because that's actually, I think, the very best thing I can do. The second best thing I can do is to get my own sponsor where I get 100% of the ad revenue rather than giving literally half of it to YouTube. No wonder they're so wealthy. Man, that's a good deal for them. 45%, that's a lot, man. So that's my current goals. And for a while, what I might do, since we're pretty much in a content, this is a perfect time because we're in a content drought. There's not a lot to do in the game, in my opinion. Like, yeah, we picked up the fish blades. They're not even meta. And basically, it's like picking up a weapon skin that makes your Safajiva dual blades worse, if you think of it that way. So we're in a content drought right now. I might just take a hit and not earn any money. I mean, I'm already not earning that much money right now. And I might focus instead on actually getting merchandise made. I just don't know what to make.
I know they take a huge cut, but YT need that toilet paper, bro.
I need that toilet paper. Oh, thank you so much, Nate Dogg. That's really nice of you. Yeah, so if you guys are making donations, I always recommend Streamlabs. There's a link to it in the description. You know, it is part of my income, the donations and all that stuff. But I gotta get merchandise. I really do. My channel has got 123,000 subscribers, and this whole time I've not been selling any merchandise. So that is just not a good idea. Nobody should be doing that if they were hoping to make a living off of a YouTube channel. And I guess this whole time I've just been running off of mostly the ad revenue from YouTube. Yeah. Sadly, the live streams really don't make much ad revenue either. I don't know why. Like, they never did. Even when the ad revenue on YouTube was good, live streams just didn't make much money. But now that ad revenue is bad, it's like, oh god. Time for me to go be a software engineer, guys. Oh, I tried to tackle that. I wasn't fast enough. But let's go ahead and put on a mantle. Oh, he's already wounded on his head. I think we'll wound the tail as well. We need gotcha t-shirts. What? What would you guys like to see for merchandise? Woo! Oh my god, it just made all my health back. That's why the greatsword's so good. Like, he landed a powerful move on me, and then I just healed up. Oh. Paulo says I'd buy any merch, to be honest. Well, I think part of the reason why I haven't gotten merchandise out is because I don't necessarily like to sell clothing, and I don't like to sell things that maybe don't have a use. Because in my life, I don't really buy those things myself, so I have trouble suggesting people to buy something. Woo! I wish I had somebody who's just like my merchandise guy, and he just took care of it all, and he took a cut of the sales or whatever. But if I did sell something, I'd want it to be something really nice. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of merchandise out there from YouTubers, but their merchandise is not as good as like a well-made shirt, you know what I mean? And so I don't normally buy shirts just for the symbol on them. I buy them because I would like to have a nice shirt. So if I do merchandise, I'd really like it to be high quality material and not just a cheap way for me to sell something with a picture on it. But I don't know, I've never done this before, so... Ah, darn. Ah, darn. So close. Noel. I don't care what you do, Nargapuga. My other car is parked. Layered weapons are augments. Oh, thank you. He is just asking for that tail to be cut. Ah. Nice. Is it gonna hit the tree? Oh, isn't that sad? Wait, I didn't need to try and dodge that. I have earplugs. That's sad. I would like to see a human-sized Kulve Taroth pillow. I actually looked into that a little bit. Kulve Taroth pillows would be quite expensive, guys. The actual pillow themselves are already expensive, and then to have them customized is really expensive. The other thing is, I don't really know how to fit Kulve Taroth's image onto an entire body pillow. Like, I could do like a Kulve Taroth pattern where there's a bunch of Kulves on it, but it's like Kulve Taroth is fairly square in her dimensions, and a body pillow is extremely rectangular. So it's a thin rectangle. So it doesn't really make sense, like, how would we get the whole, unless you stretch the image, but... Jump over here. I thought of doing a Chadmiral body pillow. Oh, don't you love it when this happens? We get to do this twice now. Oh my god. There we go. Woo! Nice job. Nice job with the interrupt. You can't stop me. Shock trap. That's shocking. Woo! I just had the longest battle ever. Want to know what happened? Click here to find out. Old Dick says, do we have something about Master Rank Kulve? Do we know something about Master Rank Kulve? We know that she's Kulve Wolvie. Paulo says, I'm seeing some channels doing posters and decorative stuff. If you make things like cups or mini plush toys, it would be a good start. Yoel Mir says, I'm going to go play Monster Hunter World. See you guys and keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Photoshop edit Kulve to fit a pillow. Dodogama body pillow would sell like hotcakes. Dodogama body pillow. You guys are too funny. But another issue you guys don't really think about is... Nice, we can do the upgrade for the Assassin Hood. Another thing you guys aren't thinking about is that really it's actually Capcom who owns the rights to the Kulve Taroth icon, not me. And they don't care if I make videos out of it. I think that they would care if I started selling merchandise and I started doing too well. Because in order to sell merchandise with the images of a copyrighted product from another company, you actually have to get a license. You have to pay a licensing fee in order to do that. So I suppose what I could do is I could contact Capcom and ask them for a licensing fee. But at that point, you're talking about an extremely expensive pillow. So, I mean, the pillow could easily reach up to $100, and I don't think that it would sell that well at that price point. I don't know. Roku says, I've been having trouble with the Angry Boxer Boy. Do you have any tips on how to put him down for the count? Angry Boxer Boy? Are you talking about Raging Bracadillos? TGC face t-shirt? TGE's sex toy merchandise. That's right. I'm going to open up a sex toy online business. And it's going to have Monster Hunter dildos. That would really get me in trouble with Monster Hunter, but that would be funny as hell, dude. That would be funny as hell. Serious handler all the way, says Toreth. I would pay 1,000 for a dodo pillow. Okay. You're too funny. Here's something I could do that I thought about doing. I could do hand-drawn pictures of Monster Hunter. I do actually have some drawing, painting skills, believe it or not. I just never practiced them. But on the other hand, that would take so much time. I don't know if it would be worth it. I thought about commissioning artists who might enjoy making some high-quality hand-drawn images of the monsters. Maybe an artistic take on them, and then simply sell it from my channel, where they would get the exposure that they need in order to sell it. Okay, so what did we do? We need to upgrade the mantle. Wait, is it already upgraded? Maybe it's already upgraded. To tell you guys the truth, the number one idea that I still really enjoy, still like doing, I would like to be able to sell like rings, you know, like what you wear on your finger. I would like to be able to sell those. Feech says, there was a popular Glavinus model that went viral on Reddit that wasn't created by Capcom. Then like months later, it ended up on Capcom's website for several $100s. I wonder what happened. I know, right? Did that really happen? That's crazy. You should send me like a link to it on Discord. Did they... See, they already owned it. They wouldn't even have to buy the rights of it from the artist who made the model. They would just be like, that's ours now. You just copied our monster. You can't do that. But let's see. So we want to change equipment. I mean, it lasts for a long time and it has a short recharge time. You could pair it with like the glider mantle. So if you look at the glider mantle, it lasts for 180 seconds, right? Which is exactly the recharge time of the Assassin's Hood. So between these two, you would never run out. It would basically like be putting on 2 extra slots onto your build. But the problem is with the Assassin Hood being a large and a medium decoration slot, I don't know how I feel about that. Doesn't seem that useful. Penna says, real talk though, merchandise is about being marketable, usually about having recognizable icons, a unique looking character, having catchphrases, or making references to your content. True. Taroth says, by the way, serious question, why the Brack Greatsword instead of Safi'jiiva? Just for fun. Why not? They're roughly the same damage anyways. Is there anything else to do? Let's see if there's anything else to do for the... Is that it? Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at the... I bet we have some Bloom Festival stuff, right? Tell me we've got Bloom Festival tickets. Probably not, actually. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's the Rose Layered Armor... Not Layered Armor. This is the Festival Armor set. It looks... pretty nerdy. I don't know how to describe it. The helmet gives us Fortify. Is that an eye patch? Oh, it's a black rose. I need to change my layered armor must be... I mean, my armor colors must be black. Attack boost. Tool specialist. Resentment. Really, actually, that's not a bad coil. And part breaker, huh? So the coil stands out to me. The only problem is that... Oh man, this music. The only problem with this set is that it doesn't give you any meaningful set bonus skills, so you probably will never use it. Go to layered armor. Turn this music down a little bit. Okay, we don't have it in the layered armor yet. Oh, right. The layered armor will be is if you unlock the expensive tickets. So I'm trying to think what else there is to do during the festival. I don't think there's a lot else to do. This has been a very dry festival. I feel like the festivals in general are not what you think they are. They're not like some huge, oh man, I gotta do all these things. Go to the resource center, says Darklight. Okay. The Milady Simp Armor set. Full Bloom ticket. VIP tickets for layered, right. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else to do, right? We're waiting for Kulve Taroth. And then the only other thing to do is go backwards and play the old content, which, trust me, guys, I have like 4,000 hours of game time on. I've done it a lot. I could keep doing it. It's not as satisfying as like replaying a PvP game, because at least humans adapt and you have crazy moments. But if you're just fighting a computer over and over again, it doesn't really adapt any further. Maybe we'll start playing like a speedrunner soon. On the delivery. Okay. Oh, yeah. I see. So we can update our home. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not interested in the homes, though, unfortunately. I almost never go into my room. It's very boring. You don't really do anything in there. You just kind of look at your stuff, but it's mostly there to sell you microtransactions. So that's not really something that has any functional use. The layered weapons only work on iron, bone, and base weapons, and it only swaps the parts, not the model. Oh, okay, so there's no point yet. So we're waiting for the second update to the layered weapons then. There's a new event where you can get new dual blades. Yes, we've already done that. Try speedrun with the lance. Alright, that is the end of the Full Bloom Festival. We've done it all. We are waiting for Master Rank Kulve Taroth. We are waiting for Arch-Tempered Namiel. When those monsters come out, we'll go crazy. In the meantime, I might take a brief break from Monster Hunter. Maybe I'll play a different game. Again, we might consider Sekiro. I might do Dark Souls. And then on top of that, I really ought to work on developing merchandise. It's very hard to do that and to have a full video stream, video content schedule together. So I'm going to have to take a break from making content in order to work on merchandise. But I'm seeing now, because of the looming recession, economic recession, I'm seeing how that's a really important part of having this be a stable career. So I'll probably work on that. It's all about adapting, right? I gotta make something that you guys actually would like to have. And I want it to be something where you buy it and you don't regret buying it. So that's really important to me. I'll really think about it, guys. Okay, let me do the wave. Thank you, everyone, for your generous donations today. And we will be back on another time. I'll let you guys know in the Discord server when I'm setting up for another live stream, okay? I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.